everyone, and welcome to the new episode of Entrepreneurship Lab. This is your host Nevina Bajalac, welcoming you to another episode. As always, we're here to add value to you, your business, your company, and help you scale, grow, get some new information on the market. And we always bring you experts in different fields, and also myself here as a consultant and global strategist for business and sales. I'm here to give you some tips and support you. So today in this episode, we're going to be talking about building yourself as an authority. Why is it important to build yourself as an authority? Change a little bit your mindset about it, especially if you're a startup or a freelancer who wants to grow. And I'm going to tell you specific things you can do right away to break through and position yourself as an authority immediately. Before we do that, make sure to subscribe to the podcast if you haven't, download the episodes, share it with others so they can benefit as well, and give us some hearts, likes, and share these episodes with others as well. Okay, so let's dig in. What does it mean being authority in the field, and why is that important? Now, being an authority in the field means you are an expert and you're well known as an expert in your field and your industry. So why do you think that's important? I want you to think a little bit about it, right? If you are an expert, a specialist, really someone who is a top performer in your field, you probably provide an amazing service and you build a strong brand behind your product or services. Once you're an authority in the field, you're going to be able to charge much more, okay? And you're going to have people coming to you instead of you coming to them. Also, if you're someone who is just starting up, when you present yourself as an authority, and I'm going to dig into this a little bit deeper later about mindset about it, but when you present yourself as an authority in the right way, you're going to much easier sign people and sell your products and services and build trust much stronger and faster, so people will buy from you much faster, which is our goal, right? So first thing I want to touch point, if you're familiar with my MSA method, I lay consulting in my company that we focus all our trainings, all our consultancy and coaching around. MSA stands for Mindset, System, and Action. And I learned this in years of my experience when I was hiring top coaches around the world. They were focusing on specific areas, but I always felt something is missing. Either I was learning a lot about mindset, or I was getting some strategies, but I had no idea how to connect them and put them in action. So I realized that many people are not having success because either they're lacking the right mindset, or they are not having specific strategies and don't know how to put them into action. Once we bring these two together, the whole circle is closed, and doing an action, it becomes very, very easy. So the same comes to, this method is applicable to everything I do and teach and consult on. So when it comes to building yourself as an authority, it's very important to understand that first step that it's stopping you is your mindset. And your mindset in a way that you believe others are way ahead of you, you believe that you don't know enough, you believe that you don't have enough experience, and so on and so forth. So, like I said, mindset is the first thing that is stopping you. So let's see further on what exactly we're going to do about it and how we can change it. Okay? Again, make sure to subscribe, download this episode, and share it with others so they can benefit as well. So let's think a little bit about it. If you're just starting up, you most probably, like I mentioned earlier, have a lot of those thoughts. I don't have a lot of experience. I'm just starting. I just got my qualifications, or we just launched our products. We cannot compete in the market, and so on and so forth. So changing your mindset, it's very important. And I'm going to tell you something that one of my coaches told me years ago. And he said 95 to 98% of people that come across of you, they're seeing you for the first time. Okay, you're gonna most probably not become brand like Coca-Cola or McDonald's, but anywhere in the world people know who you are and who your brand is, which means that you're gonna be in front of people who see you for the first time all the time. You understand? So what you have to do is you have to position yourself as an authority and an expert, because anyways they're hearing your story for the first time. They don't know if you're doing something for 4 months or 4 years or 14 years. If your story is not good enough, if you don't present your product or service well enough, this is what's stopping you to sell, not how long you've been in the market. You can launch a new product or a new service and be brand new in the market, but it can be much better than some of the big brands, right? But if you diminish the value, if you are telling people, oh, we are new, nobody knows about us, just try. If you underprice your product or services, guess what? You are positioning yourself as insecure personally and your brand as not good enough. So that's why we want to position you and your company, whatever it is that you guys are doing, as an authority in the field. So this was a little bit about mindset perception and mindset shift, and I want you to really think about it, because as I said, you're gonna always work on brand awareness, okay? And when you work on a brand awareness, that means that you're always in front of new people who have to hear about your brand. This is something you should be doing every single day. And like I said, people might heard about you for the first time, a lot of them will, but if you show it as a high quality brand, they're going to be purchasing and you're going to build trust much, much higher. So that's a little bit about mindset shift. I want you to sit and really think, hey, are we diminishing our value? Are we scared because we are brand new in the market? Are we having all these negative thoughts about it and so on and so forth, that it's hard to build a brand, it's hard to sell, and then your story is probably not very good when you are presenting it to the people, or your marketing is not strong enough either. So let's jump into some practical steps now to build a system, as you know, and give you some tips on how you can position yourself as authority immediately. Think about it. First thing, if somebody comes across your brand, it can be on social media if you're selling products, they come to your Instagram page. It can be on your event or a networking event. If you give your business card, somebody will go on any of the social media platforms or your website, and they're gonna probably Google and check things about you. So how good you position yourself on those platforms, or if you're speaking on an event, how good you show that you're authority and you're very strong in your field, that's how fast people will start buying from you. So to build yourself as an authority, you need two things. Please write these down. I want you to take notes and implement them. First one is you need credibility, and you need, second one, visibility. Credibility plus visibility equals authority. Think about it. First thing you have to do is you have to show people when they come across your brand for the first time that you are credible, that you're quality, that there are certain things behind your brand that says, oh, this is not a scam, this is existing company, this is high quality company, and so on and so forth. So we need to show that we are credible. And second thing, to become an authority in the field, you have to be visible. You literally have to be everywhere. Any opportunity you have to speak. Any social media there is, you should utilize and use that social media. So credibility plus visibility equals authority, right? Think about it. I want to show I'm authority. I need to show I'm credible. I know what I'm doing and what I'm talking about, and I'm going to bring people results. I tell them I will. And then on the other hand, I am visible so they see me. If they don't see you, they will not buy from you, right? They will not think you're authority because you're nowhere. So we have to show up for the people. So these are the two things we need to build ourselves as an authority. Now, how can we do these things? Don't think I'm going to leave you giving you some theoretical things. No, as always, I'm going to give you plenty of homeworks and things that I want you to implement and do for your business in every single episode we're doing, right? So I'm going to give you specific things to help you become an authority. I hope you're excited. So let's talk about credibility first. How can you show you're credible? Simple two things. I'm going to give you only two tips today. Number one are publications. When you're a published author, when you write articles, when you are publishing ebooks, brochures, whatever it is that you're publishing or writing, it can be video publishing as well, YouTube channel, right? Podcasts. When you have a podcast and you're hosting a podcast, you're considered authority. When you publish a book, I remember being on an event and a speaker told us, one of my first coach, he said, book is your business card. You walk in the meeting and let's say I'm an expert on sales and business growth and consultancy, and I hand, instead of my business card, I said, I have something better, I'm going to give you my book. Guess what? I just positioned myself as an authority because I published a book on the actual topic. And I know it positions me that I know what I'm talking about. Wow, she's a published author. Not to mention if you hit a rank of best-selling author. Even if you do it on Amazon and you're Amazon best-selling author, you're forever best-selling author. And that can be achieved very, very easily with few strategic and simple marketing and sales steps. Okay? So you become a published author. And this also means people go on your LinkedIn, they see different articles. You are relevant in the field. You're relevant with what's happening in the market. You're talking about changing. You're talking about innovation. You're giving advice. You're consulting people through your articles, through your book. Guess what? Now you are authority in the field. That's the first thing, okay? Second thing is testimonials to build credibility. I cannot emphasize enough how important it is to showcase testimonials. I don't want to talk about myself and how good am I. I want other people to talk what kind of success I brought to them, right? That makes sense. So testimonials, if you have any kind of business, if you sell a product or you sell a service and I open your Instagram, and there is no one single testimonial of a client that you work with, I will be seriously doubting that you even have a client. I'm going to be doubting that you have worked and done some serious work, right? And think about it. You want other people to talk about how good your product is or how good your service is and what results it brought them. So please go to my episode that we recorded some time ago on how to get powerful testimonials or celebrity testimonials. You also can easily attend events in your industry with top people in your industry. And when you do so, what's going to happen is you're going to take pictures and position yourself and be like, oh, wow, she's an authority because she's in the circle of people who are leaders in her industry or his industry, right? So publications and testimonials. Please, 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 you need to collect as many testimonials as much or often as possible, okay? And this is so crucial because, again, if I don't see any testimonials, I'm doubting a person is credible and their system or the product will work for me. So I want to connect with success stories. I want to connect. I want to see before and after. If you're in, let's say, fitness industry or you're a personal trainer, the moment you show before and after, I'm like, oh my God, I need that change. But if I don't see any before after, if you're not giving your opinion out there, if you're not advising people, if you're not showing about mistakes, I'm going to be like, okay, she is doing that or he's doing that, but I don't see any results of her work or his work. So make sure, collect as many testimonials as possible, and go watch and listen to my episode, how to get powerful testimonials, because not every testimonial is good. It has to talk about specific results. All right. So that's part on credibility. Now, second part to become an authority is visibility. To become visible, you simply can use social media, and you can use traditional media like newspaper, TV, and so on. And so that's a media part. And the second part is events. Now I'm going to have an episode where I'm going to talk to you about how to run and organize successful events, because events are an incredible way to be visible. Also, be credible. Once you're on stage, and you speak, you don't have to hand your business card to anyone. Why? Because people know who you are. They have your name, right? And you are the one speaking on stage, so you're automatically authority. You're not just one person in the crowd. You don't even have to network. Everyone will know who you are. So events will give you exposure, and even if you're talking on your own events or you speak at other people's events, whatever it is, make sure to get on stage. Make sure to be on a panel of experts and speakers. Make sure, again, you're an authority. You have to be there, be present. You have to share the innovations. You have to share what's happening in your industry and how to help those people. So those are events. And like I said, we have traditional media and social media. Now, there are many, many people that are extremely successful and they're not on social media. I will tell you, the richest people in this world, they're not present on social media. They have multiple businesses. And that tells you don't have to be on social media. However, I do think that it's a little bit, a little bit sad, right? Not to use the platform of billions of people for free. I believe in organic growth. If you follow me, if you follow my method, you know that I believe in organic growth and finding and building relationships with people and finding clients organically, right? Now, at some point you have to scale, so you have to invest in paid marketing. However, social media, you can literally have an access and build a relationship with people from all around the world with zero budget. And if you're telling me, oh, I don't have money for social media, I will tell you always, or advertisement, I will tell you your problem is not the money and the budget. Your problem is you don't know how to convert people. You don't know how to convert a complete stranger into a paying customer, into not just paying customer, but raving customer who's going to give you reviews and referrals and so on. So build a relationship. Traditional media, there are different ways to go through it. But again, once you have an interesting story, you position yourself. A lot of traditional media, right, will require that you invest financially to get some publications and interviews, but you also don't have to. If you talk about something relevant, think about it. Media always needs something to talk about. They always need news. They always need people to interview. So we want to make sure that we are utilizing that and utilize the social media. They're saying you're either creating content or you're consuming content, okay? You're either creating content or consuming content. So if you're someone and you're saying, oh, I don't like social media, I don't know what to post, but you're every day 30 minutes to an hour for sure scrolling and spending time on social media, you're simply consuming the content. I don't know about you, but I would rather create a content, spend 5 minutes, post it on my platforms and be the creator than be the consumer. I want to be the one that everyone are listening and hearing about. So it's definitely worth my time. And consistency on social media is what will bring you results. So it's very, very important that you stay consistent. Now let's recap, okay? Building yourself as an authority, crucial, very important. To stand out, to present yourself, and change your mindset first. Stop thinking, oh, I'm new in the field, I cannot charge this much. You have to change your mindset, because if you position your story, if you position your qualification, if you position your experience and the results and the method you have, results you bring to the people, it's going to be super easy to build yourself as an authority, because people, when they come to your brand for the first time, they're going to see you're credible and they're going to be buying much easier. So what is your homework? You have to go and implement these things. Without implementing them, nothing will happen. Okay, you have to go start publishing, writing articles, write books. You have to go collect testimonials and share them. And then start creating content, be present on media, and start running your own events or find events to speak on. A quality events, but it's your crowd. And then where you can showcase, hey, she's a speaker. She's speaking in front of 100 or 500 or 1,000 people. How do you think that reflects on your brand and you're selling your product or service? Of course, it makes a big and massive difference. So I'm gonna wrap it up here. Again, subscribe to my podcast, give us some likes, hearts, and comments below if you liked it. What did you like the most? And give us some ideas. What would you like to learn more about on our podcast, and hear more about? What are some problems that you're having that you want us to solve for you? And yes, share this so others can benefit as well. Stay tuned. Thank you for listening. Stay tuned. I have some amazing guests as always coming up, and enjoy our content and keep listening. Thank you guys, and see you in the next episode.